In my first appointment, they also had to file down between some of my teeth because I am Tom Cruising. What is Tom Cruising, you ask? Hi guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Today I'm going to be talking about my Invisalign, which I think I've had a very interesting experience with, and I'm going to be going into a lot of detail because those are the kinds of videos that I like to watch before I got mine on. I really like knowing exactly what to expect. I will be talking about the pain that I experienced, comparing the Invisalign to the braces that I had when I was a teenager, talking about hygiene, price, and what kind of experience I've just had so far. So I have had braces before, and I was kind of rushed into them because my insurance only covers braces up to 18 unless your kid is going to college, in which case I think it's like 23 or something. So I was locked into these braces as a very uncooperative and angry teenager who didn't want to wear my retainers or my rubber bands. If you're a parent watching this, just straight up wait until your kid is going to be cooperative, because I could have had my insurance cover my Invisalign now that I'm in college and want to actually fix my teeth, but my insurance covered me once, so they will not cover me again. I'm now going to insert pictures of before I had my braces. Do not come for me for that hairstyle, okay? My mom decided to layer my hair in the front yard, and this was the only way I could get it to look like, I don't know, it doesn't even look good, so I don't know what to tell you. Now I'm going to show pictures of after I got my braces off, and then if I can find some right before I got my Invisalign, then I will insert those here as well. So as you can see, the braces did a lot for me already, but now I'm starting to develop this open bite, and I never fixed my cross bite in the first place with my braces. And I had never had an open bite before I got my braces on. All I had was a cross bite and like some higher canines and a bunch of other problems, but I never had an open bite. So I don't know what happened when I got my braces off, but my teeth just started growing towards the sun like a plant. So as far as braces pain versus Invisalign pain, braces pain was absolutely terrible. When I first got my braces on, I was crying myself to sleep. I was barely eating anything. I think I was eating soup and really soft foods. I couldn't eat, like I remember trying to eat tortilla chips specifically with chicken soup, and it just hurt so bad to bite down on those tortilla chips. And the very first night that I had my Invisalign on, I absolutely slept like a baby, and I haven't had really any issues with pain. I feel like a slight pressure, but maybe it's because my teeth have already moved before and they're like used to it, or like loose or something. Loose. And even when they weren't tightening my braces, which hurt terribly, way more than Invisalign. Like switching into a new set of Invisalign is so much better than having your braces tightened. But even when I wasn't getting my braces tightened, I had to sleep with wax around the wires every night because they would just be like cutting up my lips, cutting up my gums. I would be bleeding everywhere by sunrise. It was, don't get braces. I will say my last set of Invisalign that I switched into was definitely the most pressure, but I still wasn't experiencing pain. Like I didn't have to take ibuprofen, which I had to do constantly when I had braces. Every time I switch into a new tray of Invisalign, I'm able to eat whatever I want when I take them out. I just don't have pain when I eat crunchy stuff. But yeah, I think this might be just because I've had braces before and my teeth are used to shifting, so they're moving easily now. So if you've had braces before and you want to fix your teeth with Invisalign, like do not be afraid. Pain-wise, you're probably going to be fine. But yeah, I was this unmotivated, angry teenager when I had braces, and then I started becoming motivated to fix my teeth fully when my bites started opening and it became difficult to eat. Like a thin cracker, like the only place my teeth were hitting was in the very back, and my teeth weren't touching in the front. But if there's a way to describe the feeling of Invisalign, this other YouTuber said that it feels like somebody hardened gum all over your teeth, like spread it out and hardened it, and then someone just started like pulling on it, which is the sensation that I'm getting, but I just don't, it's a pressure, it's not like a pain. I also highly recommend to get your wisdom teeth out before doing any braces or Invisalign, because those growing in can cause your other teeth to shift, which you don't want to be happening after your Invisalign is off. Especially if your wisdom teeth are growing in completely horizontal like mine were. There seems to be a common occurrence with my teeth not understanding which way is up and down. And my last thing about the braces is I had to get them off early to do a whole bunch of unnecessary root canals, and that's a whole other saga that could be its own video. And I also had to get my wisdoms out as fast as possible, so we just got the braces off early. Now, when you start looking into getting your Invisalign, you will most likely have a free consultation before your initial appointment. I went to 2 different orthodontists. The first one I went to was the one that I had my braces done with, and he told me he believes we can fix my bite issues and Invisalign would be the best way to do that versus braces. But he said he thinks we can fix my open bite, but he doesn't know if it'll stay fixed, which that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me if I'm wearing the retainers every single night. Like, how would they be able to move if I'm not letting them? But yeah, he said this might not stay fixed afterwards, but I don't know. I'm doing what I can. I will wear my retainers every single night because I never want to go through this again. And then I had a consultation with an orthodontist in my college town, thinking that might be more convenient for me. And he said that the best way to fix my bite would be with braces, but he said they will for sure stay fixed afterwards. So I was hearing completely different things. His price was also a lot higher, so I went with the first one. So I got my Invisalign on in January. It is now May. Before my first appointment of getting them on, I took a whole bunch of Advil beforehand because I'm a wimp and I knew how bad braces hurt me, and all of that ended up being completely unnecessary. There was no pain the first day. It was just weird getting used to like trays in your mouth. In my first appointment, they also had to file down between some of my teeth because I am Tom Cruising. What is Tom Cruising, you ask? Well, my midline is offset. So here we are up close and personal. As you can see, my bottom teeth midline is not in line with my top teeth. So we are trying to get that to scoot over. So basically what he did was he filed some of my teeth on this side because he thinks that like this side of my jaw grew faster than this side or grew more than this side. So he filed down in between some of my teeth to create more space so that my lower set of teeth can start shifting that way, so that I am not Tom Cruise anymore. Filing down my teeth was definitely the worst part because they were essentially filing where my gum is to get like low enough, and eventually I started bleeding. They were cutting down into my gums with the file. I'll insert a picture if I find what that file looks like, but they had to numb my gums and my teeth are super sensitive, so that was like, it took at least an hour to put all of the attachments on and then file down my teeth, especially with all of my protesting. Now all of my appointments are 30 minutes max. I think I have appointments once every 2 months. I am now only doing curbside pickup due to social distancing. I have that kind of appointment every 2 months and they give me 4 trays, which I switch out once every 2 weeks. I am now halfway through tray number 8 of 17 and I'm already able to tell a huge difference in the way I'm just able to eat food and bite down since my open bite was so severe. I think my treatment is going to take 1.5 years. I don't really care how long it takes because I'm not in any pain. I don't care how long I have Invisalign on. I know I'll have to wear my retainers the rest of my life. If it was braces, I'd be angry. So right now I do not have my Invisalign in, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the attachments that they put on your teeth. God, can you see them? As you can see, I still kind of have an open bite, you know, we're working with it. And then these are my Invisalign trays. This is what they look like. They just stick onto those little, I'm not sure if you can see them because they're so small, but they stick onto those little attachments there. They like click into place, and this is how I put them on. Super easy, got my lisp. These are these things called chewies. These are what you use when you put your Invisalign in and it's a new tray. If they don't quite fit around your teeth yet, you use these to bite down on to ensure that the Invisalign are clicking into place all around. I have never had to use them because mine just always fit, but yeah, you're not really supposed to like bite on them to click them into place. I'm now going to insert a clip of how I brush my Invisalign. I've seen a lot of videos where people complain about the smell of it and then they get stinky very easily, but I'm cleaning them every single time I put my Invisalign back in. I'll take them out to eat, and then after that I will brush my teeth, brush my Invisalign with soap and water, and I also floss my teeth every time before I put my Invisalign back in. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just using Bath & Body Works soap. This is what I use every single time, whether it's foamy or regular. You can just use any kind of hand soap and a soft bristled toothbrush. You are not supposed to use toothpaste to clean your Invisalign because it is very abrasive. So just use soap and water and you'll be fine. I've never had an issue with smell, so I don't know. Have good hygiene. Don't be stinky. Also, yes, I have a burn mark on my hand. I had a problem with a toaster oven. But I was very concerned about having bad breath with Invisalign because I was afraid that's what would happen. even if I was brushing them with soap and water every time I put them back in. But just in case of a smell issue, I bought this denture soak. I soak them once a week, but I really haven't had an issue with the smell, so I don't know if this is completely necessary. I just bought it just in case because everyone said Invisalign stinks really bad, but I haven't had that experience. When you have your Invisalign and you need to make sure you're not eating or drinking anything other than water, always floss your teeth because food can get trapped in between your teeth, and then when you put the tray back on, it's just sitting under there and it can create cavities very easily. I have a little travel-sized toothbrush and I keep that in my purse along with another little toothbrush for my teeth and a travel-sized toothpaste. You must have your Invisalign in for 20 to 22 hours a day. That's what my orthodontist told me to do. My mom was very surprised when I told her I have to sleep in them. Like, hello, I'm a koala. I sleep for 20 to 22 hours a day anyways. Also, your snacking will be cut down because you will only find yourself brushing, flossing, and cleaning your trays for food that is very worth eating. Make sure you always keep your trays in your case when you are not wearing them because pets can chew them up or you can accidentally like put them in a napkin and then throw them away while you're eating. And make sure you always save the last set that you were wearing in case you break or lose your Invisalign so that you can switch back into those ones if you were early on in that lost set of trays, or you can just go ahead and move on to the next one if you were towards the end of those 2 weeks. I've gotten into the habit of saving every single set of my Invisalign because they were so expensive that I cannot bring myself to throw them away. As far as lisp and talking goes, I have had a lisp since the day I got my Invisalign on. With my braces, I had a lisp for maybe a week and then it went away, but I think maybe it's because there's just so much more going on in your mouth with Invisalign because it's a whole tray that covers your entire tooth versus just one wire going across the front of your teeth. But also maybe why Invisalign is less painful for most people because the pressure is not concentrated on one little tiny bracket. The tray envelops your whole tooth and the pressure is distributed evenly. That's just my theory. I lead the singer-songwriter guild at my college, which involves introducing other performers as well as performing myself. So I just end up not wearing my Invisalign for those 2 hours once a month because I'm not about to go up there and be like, hello everybody, we're the singer-songwriter guild. And as far as price, mine is $4,500 without any insurance covering it. I also have a discount since I am a second-time patient at the same orthodontist. And a little more on the pain. The only pain I experienced was with filing down the gums, which was only a one-time thing. There are still huge gaps between those teeth that he filed. Hopefully those will close up eventually and my teeth will stop Tom cruising. I was bleeding like crazy for a few weeks after getting them filed because there was just this cut in my gum where he had filed and it kept reopening. Anytime food got stuck, I brushed, I flossed, I bled. I have never bled that much from my gums in my life. The next thing that does kind of cause me a little bit discomfort is my rubber band attachments. I have 2 different kinds. I have this little chipmunk one and this little bear one, and they're so cute. But basically I wear the chipmunk one at night because it is tighter, and then I wear this bear one in the daytime because it is looser. So this tiny one on my left hand is the chipmunk and the one over here on my right hand is the bear. They're quite different in size. Why do I look like that? And the only time I have pain with those is if my pillow isn't firm enough, which causes my head to like kind of sink down, and then I think I grind my teeth and I get some pain where I have to connect those rubber bands. So that is how you put them in. I just have one attachment on the back to shift my crossbite over. But yeah, so I feel some pressure from that, but it's really not that bad. With my braces, I also had rubber bands, but they were only on my canines. They would attach there and they would come just in the front of my teeth, and every time I yawned they would snap and break, so I just stopped wearing them. But another issue was I didn't have different sizes to wear, so the ones I was wearing in the day were just way too tight. I don't know if they just like improved their rubber band technology. And I've also read some people experience where the edge of their Invisalign will cut up their gums and cause sores there, but I have read that you can file that down with a nail file to create a more blunt edge. I have not had that problem or tried that out myself, so I would suggest do your own research, ask your orthodontist about that. So overall, I highly recommend getting Invisalign over braces because 1, no wires to cut up your gums and lips, 2, less frequent appointments, 3, less pain, which is subjective, but I think statistically in most cases of first-time orthodontic treatment, Invisalign wearers usually report for less pain. 4, nothing just breaks off and stabs you in the mouth, causing you to have to schedule an emergency appointment, which has happened multiple times when I have braces. 5, you can eat whatever you want. Need I say more? 6, curbside pickup in time of plague. So I hope this answered most of your guys' questions. If you have any more, please comment them down below. I would love to help you guys out and answer them. I may do an update when I get them off just to show you guys, even though I don't think that you can see like a bite correction really, but I don't know. I'll see when the time comes. Also, feel free to share your own Invisalign experience in the comments below. Was it painless like mine? And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I think my posting schedule is going to be weekly on Sundays, so stay tuned next week for a new video. I'm either going to do an apartment from hell story time, or I'm going to post my ring light unboxing video, burnt out college student edition. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye. I know